Ladies and gentlemen, hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. Essentially, with every single major title update that we see within Call of Duty, that update in and of itself adds in all the obvious day one content, whether that be weapon updates with buffs and nerfs, the new content in the form of weapons, maps, operators, battle passes, and whatnot there. However, these updates also add in a bunch of new text files to the, code of the game, and this ends up getting data mined and leaked out. And surprise, surprise, with Season 1 Reloaded a few days ago for Modern Warfare 3 and Warzone, we got a bunch of new major content leaks for some upcoming updates in MW3 and Warzone, and today we're going through and breaking them all down. Now, as always, when it comes to leaks, these are subject to change. They are not 100% official by any means from Call of Duty, so they could be scrapped, they could be altered, updated in many different ways, shapes, and forms. So just take everything that we got here today with a grain of salt. But that said, pretty much all the information today is stemming from Semtex Leaks over on Twitter, starting first with kind of a surprise content update for Modern Warfare 3 multiplayer, but one that honestly I'm okay with. According to Semtex Leaks, and Charlie Intel has also reported on this, and usually that means Charlie Intel's heard some things as well. Haus from Vanguard will reportedly be coming to Modern Warfare 3 in an upcoming season. Now, being that this stuff has been updated with Season 1 Reloaded, it's very possible that this, alongside a lot of the other leaks here today, could be intended for Season 2, but it's also possible it could be Season 2 Reloaded, Season 3, maybe even further on down the road. That's just the thing with leaks. We don't know any time frames unless it's extremely obvious, right? But Haus from Vanguard, I'm not gonna lie, I think I like it more than stuff like Shipment or Shoot House. I feel like it's a little bit easier to navigate the map. It's still chaotic as can be. There's spawn traps, it's constant action, but it's a little bit less obnoxious in some ways than those other maps. So if that returns, I mean, that's going to be a great camo grinding map, and that also means we're going to have a bunch of different small maps to choose from if you're only looking for that style of gameplay, with Shoot House, Shipment, Meat being in there as well, and then Haus potentially, Rust in there too. A lot of good options for that. Charlie Intel has also reported via various different data miners that there's different references to some upcoming playlists for multiplayer in the files, including Ship Meat 24/7, which would be Shipment and Meat 24/7. And then alongside that, there's also Rusty Ship Meat 24/7, which would be Rust, Shipment, and then also Meat all in one playlist. So Sledgehammer definitely knows that players want the small map playlists and mosh pits often. It seems like they've got several of those in the pipeline in the future. That said, we have several different 24/7 playlists all being referenced in the files right now. Semtex Leaks was able to find a bunch of different strings to this. So according to the leaks into the new data mined files, these are all the upcoming playlists we could be seeing. Keep in mind, could, emphasis on that. Nothing again is 100% confirmed, but Haus 24/7 would make sense. Grease and Meat 24/7. Meat House 24/7, Rusty Meat 24/7, Rusty Ship Meat 24/7 as mentioned, Ship House 24/7, Ship Meat 24/7, Shoot the Ship House 24/7, and then also Shoot the Ship. So basically, it's just all the small maps in different combinations from a week-to-week basis. I love that though. Like I said, players always want to have those small map mosh pits and those small map playlists if they're going for weapon XP or camos or whatever the case is. And seeing as we have all these in the files right now, it seems like for several weeks in future updates, we should be seeing these style of playlists and mosh pits live in game, which is definitely very exciting news there. By the way, as we are going through all the leaks here today, if you guys are new to the channel or you simply haven't subscribed yet, every single day, multiple times a day, I got you covered with everything going on in COD, whether it's meta breakdowns and the best loadouts or news, updates, patch notes, all sorts of stuff like that. It's all here. So if you want to stay up to date, feel free to hit that subscribe button, turn on those post notifications. Also, if you enjoy this video, do me a favor, drop a like on it. Seriously, much love to everyone who does take the time to do so. The next bit of information we have stems from COD Warfare Forum over on Twitter, and again, Charlie Intel posting about this usually indicates that there is other solid information elsewhere that they've heard, and they say data miners have found references and art in the game files to a Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 and Warzone crossover with Warhammer 40k. So we obviously have a lot of different crossovers and collaborations going on in COD, and this has been a pretty consistent thing for several years now. Warhammer 40k appears to be one that could be happening in a future seasonal update, and we'll probably have a full-on event with that, with new challenges, a new blueprint or a new camo, maybe even some operator stuff to go along with that as well. We've also got some more specific Modern Warfare 3 multiplayer leaks. According to the files, we should be seeing some new MW2 maps return in the future. Obviously, not too long ago, we saw several different MW2 mosh pit, updates in game where we had things like Farm 18 and various other maps live. Well, according to the leaks, Breenberg Hotel and then also Zaya Observatory could be returning as some new maps here in the future too. I like it. It just gives more variety to 6v6 gameplay and core multiplayer gameplay. So always nice to see some fresh content updates there. Also, when it comes to modes for multiplayer, Horde Point, which we haven't seen in some time, could be returning too. I imagine they could spin this as like an infected times hardpoint update. This could be something that, maybe is all the way down the road set for the Halloween event or something like that, but it's hardpoint, but with zombies on the map as well. If you do remember that from World War II, obviously that was a pretty popular mode at the time. We really haven't seen much of it since then. We also have some newly updated files for Fortune's Keep. Obviously, we know that at some point within 2024, we're going to see the return of Fortune's Keep in Warzone and Rebirth in Warzone, but Fortune's Keep is coming first. They just said early 2024 for that, so it's very possible that this could be a Season 2 update or a Season 2 Reloaded update if we're seeing updates in the files for this right now. Now, that's just simply speculation. It could be Season 3, but I feel like that's probably the latest in which it would drop if we also have Rebirth upcoming as well. Then, of course, in the fall, we're going to see the Gulf War integration and Verdansk potentially return then. So Fortune's Keep is on the horizon, and I, for one, am very excited to have that return, mainly just to give us another rotation option that's not Ashika. That's what I'm looking forward to the most, I think, with that. And then lastly here, a new feature, a quote-unquote new feature for Warzone within this integration, and a returning feature in general, is apparently going to be the weapon trade station that we had back in Warzone 1, where you could go up to these weapon trade stations on the map and end up trading in your weapon. It could be a ground loot weapon, it could be a gold rarity weapon, it could be a custom weapon, and depending on how valuable your weapon is, you'll get rewards back. It could be a UAV, it could be a precision airstrike, it could be a self-revive or a gas mask. Honestly, a pretty cool feature there, and especially fun if there's one nearby when you're fighting a squad. You take out that squad, you pick up their guns, you go trade them in, you get free loot from that, and if they win their gulag, they come back and none of their loot exists anymore. It's been traded into the void. So I personally really like that update back in Warzone 1. Nice to see that it's going to be returning here potentially in Warzone in a future seasonal update. But yeah, overall, quite a few significant updates for some future patches and seasons here within MW3 and Warzone. Let me know down in the comments below which of these you're looking forward to the most. For me, it's got to be Fortune's Keep. I think it's going to be pretty cool to play with the new movement upgrades for this year. But that being said, that is going to wrap things up. If you enjoyed the video, do me a favor, drop a like on it. And of course, if you're new here, you want to guarantee that every single day you are up to date with absolutely everything going on in COD. Make sure to hit that subscribe button on your way out. But once again, thank you so much for tuning in. And until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch you later. Peace out.